Hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of The Power of Women Using Their Voices. I'm Marissa Pulselli. I am so happy to be here with you today for our season finale. I can't believe we are at the end of season one, and I guarantee you there will be a season two. I'm so happy that you've been with me and my guests on this journey. I am beyond thrilled to welcome to our interview today, Tracey Piechocki. Welcome, Tracey.
Hi.
Tracey is the president and the creative director of Illustrated Designs. She is brilliant, creative, organized, and many of the things I aspire to be in my life, and a dear friend and an inspiration. Tracey, tell us a little bit about what you do and kind of fill in my introduction a little.
Well, thank you, first of all, Marissa. I'm honored to be part of this. I am the second generation owner of Illustrated Designs. We are a group of creatives in the marketing field. We can help you with all of your marketing collateral, exhibits, displays, props, all those creative types things. And obviously you help us with a lot of our copywriting and creative content needs as well. It's interesting. I love this topic because we actually help a lot of companies to find their voice. Mm-hmm. And so there are a lot of similarities between what I do for work and what I've been working on personally with this.
Oh, that's fantastic. And that is a great segue into our first question. So we're going to dive right in. And Tracey, if you can share with our audience, what does it mean to you to be a woman who is using her voice?
Oh, well, I believe that it is part of our purpose. And I believe that happens in two ways, because each and every one of us is unique. We are a product of our experiences, our education, the places we've been, things we've seen, others that we spend time with, like family and friends. And the culmination of all of that makes us who we are. And no one else has had that exact same life. So that voice, who you are, is so unique to you, and your perspective and insights need to be shared. You just can't keep it in. You need to share it. The second way is, even though we are very unique, that we have a lot of similar life events that we share with other people. And when we are open and honest and sometimes vulnerable, we may be able to help someone else going through their own similar journey. And by sharing our story and our voice, that person might feel a connection and know that they're not alone. And I think that between having your own voice and having that connection with others, we're fulfilling part of our own purpose.
Well, that's beautiful. I really love the way that you sort of wove together two seemingly opposite ideas, the uniqueness and the commonality, in a very beautiful way. We were speaking right before the broadcast about what might be happening in season two of The Power of Women Using Their Voices. And you had asked me whether we'll continue with this theme or do something differently. And the answer that I gave really ties into what you said, in that every single woman who has been interviewed here, and our male guests, let's not forget, every voice was so unique that you can ask the same question and still it's like you're opening a brand new treasure chest of wealth and insight and beauty and inspiration with every person with whom we speak. So you can ask the same question and always get a new answer. At the same time, we are here to help each other and uplift each other. So thank you for putting those two together so beautifully.
Sure. Thank you.
Tracey, it sounds like being a woman who is using her voice is something that you've given a lot of thought to. I would love to hear what your thoughts are for a woman who maybe hasn't thought about it as much or has struggled with it. Can you share some of that with us?
Yeah. Look, I'm getting close to 50, not afraid to say that. And I've struggled. I'm just now starting to feel like I'm finding my own voice. So know, number one, that you're not alone. I think that part of the struggle is that as women, we tend to be perfectionists, and we struggle with finding our voice because we try to be everything to everyone. We want to be loved by all and balance our true voice with what we feel everyone else wants us to be. We also tend to get hung up on the mistakes of our past and the fear of making new mistakes. And I truly believe that the mistakes of our past don't define us. However, what you've learned from those mistakes and how you've changed and how you overcome and grown say more about who you are. And one of my favorite sayings is that life teaches you lessons until you learn them. So we might as well just learn them fast.
Right.
And one of the other things I wanted to say is that our voice is always evolving. So your voice today is perfect for today. Your voice tomorrow will evolve and be perfect for tomorrow. But yesterday's voice is no longer yours. So don't get stuck there. Just the quicker we find our voices, the quicker we get to help others and start fulfilling our purpose.
That is a great point, and it goes to prove the fact that you can get a different answer every time you ask this question, because no one has brought that point up so far. But I absolutely love it. And I think it goes back to self-trust, right? Being able to trust yourself. Part of stepping into your voice is being able to trust yourself and know that what you're saying today can be augmented, can be even changed with new wisdom, with a new experience. Maybe you go through something and you gain a new depth of compassion for somebody that will influence your voice, right? Absolutely. So that's beautiful. That's a great idea. As someone who is a leader, you're the president of your company. So I've always looked up to you as a very powerful person. I wonder if you can share any insights you have into maybe how you've seen things evolve for women in business over the past several years or decade, or whatever time frame you want to put to it.
Yeah, I actually have. So when I started working with my dad a little over 25 years ago, I would go to business meetings with him. And there were very few women in the C-suite positions. But when there were, I noticed a trend that they tended to take on male characteristics with the way they communicated and conducted themselves. And back then, they weren't using their true voice, and I understand why. I don't think that they would have been noticed or heard by their male peers if they had just been themselves. Then in the last maybe 10 years, I would see more women at the table. And interestingly enough, I would see a lot of them not saying anything. And I don't know exactly why for each individual, but my hunch is that they didn't feel like they were worthy of being there. Luckily, in the most recent past, I've noticed that there have definitely been trends towards more women at the table and them having their voice. And I urge everyone to understand that if you've been hired for a position or invited to a meeting, you deserve to be there. And in fact, they may have brought you into that position or into that meeting because of your different views and insights. So don't feel the pressure to mimic anyone or to be quiet in the background. They put you there because you deserve to be there and you have something important to say.
I can't think of a better idea to close out our season of this mini series of the power of women using their voices than to underscore your statement about really knowing that you deserve to be anywhere you've been invited and anywhere you really want to be, and that your voice is valuable and deserves to be heard. And it's really beautiful to hear that this is something that is being seen more and more as the years progress. Tracey, where can people find you?
Well, we do have a website. It's in the process of being redesigned, but illustrated.net, illustrateddesigns.net. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So pretty much every social media platform.
Fantastic. And we'll be sure to put the link in the comments after the video is finished being produced. And I understand that anyone who's interested in contacting you can sort of have a consultation, right?
Absolutely. We always offer a free 30-minute consultation. We can talk about your marketing campaign. We can talk about your trade show booth or an event decor problem or question that you may have. We do have a link on our website on our contact us section, and you can pick a day and a time that works best for your schedule.
That's awesome. Tracey, I thank you so much for helping me to conclude this season of The Power of Women Using Their Voices. I can't think of a better way to sort of segue out of this year and bring in the new year. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Marissa. It's been an honor, and I'm so blessed to have you in my life and to call you a friend.
Likewise, likewise. I want to thank everybody who has watched our episodes of The Power of Women Using Their Voices. This mini-series started as a Facebook Live where I just shared a story about my own past, and it snowballed into something so big and so beautiful and so inspirational that has really started to touch people's hearts. I'm very grateful for that opportunity, and I look forward to seeing you next season for The Power of Women Using Their Voices. Have a wonderful day, everybody.